Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most pivotal events in modern history. World War I. From the assassination that ignited the flames of conflict to the profound changes that followed, we'll unravel the story of a war that reshaped the world. Join us as we explore the battles, the sacrifices, and the lasting impact of the Great War. World War I. A tale of conflict and change. Prologue. The world on the brink. In the summer of 1914, Europe stood at a precipice, teetering on the edge of a cataclysm that would reshape the world. The continent was a tapestry of alliances, rivalries, and political intrigue, each thread pulled taut by the escalating tensions between the great powers. Amidst the grandeur and opulence of imperial capitals, a storm was brewing, ready to unravel the old order and plunge the world into a conflict of unprecedented scale. Chapter 1. The spark ignites. On June 28, 1914, in the heart of Sarajevo, a single shot shattered the fragile peace. Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary and his wife, Sophie, were assassinated by Gavrilo Princip, a Bosnian Serb nationalist. This act of violence was not an isolated incident but the spark that ignited a powder keg of political and military tensions. The intricate web of alliances that bound nations together was about to be tested. Austria-Hungary, with the backing of Germany, issued an ultimatum to Serbia, whose allies, Russia, France, and Britain, rallied to support it. As the diplomatic channels failed and the mobilization orders were given, Europe was plunged into war. Chapter 2. The Great Powers emerge. The world watched in astonishment as the great powers of Europe unleashed their military might. The Central Powers, led by Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire, faced off against the Allies, which included France, Britain, Russia, and later, Italy and the United States. The initial excitement of war quickly gave way to the grim reality of trench warfare. Soldiers on both sides dug into the mud, creating a labyrinth of trenches stretching from the North Sea to the Swiss Alps. The Western Front became a static and bloody battlefield, where men faced a new kind of warfare characterized by machine guns, barbed wire, and poison gas. Chapter 3. The Battlefronts. As the war raged on, battles such as the Somme and Verdun became symbols of the immense human cost. At Verdun, French and German forces clashed in one of the longest and deadliest engagements of the war, with no clear victor and over 700,000 casualties. The Battle of the Somme, marked by its infamous first day, saw over 60,000 British soldiers fall in a single day. On the Eastern Front, the conflict was more fluid but equally devastating. The vast expanses of Russia became a battleground where the Central Powers made significant gains before the Russian Revolution of 1917 drastically altered the course of the war. Chapter 4. The Home Front. The impact of the war extended far beyond the battlefields. Nations mobilized their economies and societies for total war. Women stepped into roles traditionally held by men, working in factories, serving as nurses, and contributing to the war effort in unprecedented ways. Propaganda became a powerful tool, shaping public opinion and maintaining morale. In the trenches, soldiers wrote letters home, trying to convey the horrors they faced while maintaining a semblance of hope. These letters provide a poignant glimpse into the personal sacrifices and suffering of those caught in the conflict. Chapter 5. Turning Tides. By 1917, the war's toll was beginning to tell. Exhausted and demoralized, the Central Powers faced mounting pressures. The entry of the United States into the war, bolstered by fresh troops and resources, provided a critical boost to the Allies. American soldiers, known as doughboys, brought renewed vigor to the Allied forces. In Russia, the Bolshevik Revolution led to the signing of the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk in March 1918, which pulled Russia out of the war but ceded vast territories to the Central Powers. With fewer opponents to face, Germany attempted one last push on the Western Front, but the Allies, rejuvenated and reinforced, managed to hold their ground. Chapter 6. The Armistice and Aftermath. On November 11, 1918, at 11 a.m., the guns fell silent. The Armistice of Compiègne marked the end of hostilities, but the true work of peace was just beginning. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in June 1919, imposed harsh penalties on Germany, redrawing national boundaries and creating new states in an attempt to ensure lasting peace. The Treaty of Versailles was a complex document that both sought to address the causes of the war and, controversially, to punish the aggressors. Its repercussions would echo throughout the 20th century, setting the stage for future conflicts. Epilogue. A world changed forever. World War I was not merely a conflict of nations but a cataclysmic event that altered the course of history. The old empires of Europe were dismantled, and new political ideologies emerged. The scars of the war, both physical and psychological, left deep marks on those who lived through it and those who came after. The Great War, as it was known before the advent of its sequel, was a profound reminder of the cost of conflict and the fragile nature of peace. As we remember the centenary of this monumental event, we honor the memory of the millions who sacrificed their lives and reflect on the lessons learned from this period of profound change. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey through World War I insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more historical deep dives. Share your thoughts or any questions you have about the Great War in the comments below. Until next time, let's continue to learn from the past to better understand our present.